Oh, hey, how are you? I know I'm gonna let this kind of process as I am streaming in more than one place. And I want to make sure that it gets, properly on wherever you are. So I'm live on TikTok, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Um, so let me make sure I can see the chat for Facebook and YouTube. Hey TikTok, how y'all doing? Hey TikTok. Go. Nicholas. Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. 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 Hey Letha. Hey baby, how are you? Come on, there go my girlfriend Cara. Hey Cara girl. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. All right. Y'all know I act like I want to do that. Like I know there's a reason for it. Um, you know what I be thinking about though? I be thinking about the replay people who's sitting waiting for the like show up. Like they frustrated. They like, girl, say what you about to say. And so that just reminds me of how content is just you so busy trying to consider everybody else. And I hear my friends in my head saying, girl, just post the content. Just do what you do. Just show up as yourself. And so I am in a space of just doing this thing. So those who have no idea, as I know my TikTok people are brand new people who have no idea who I am and maybe even what I do. Right. So I'm gonna do a little small intro. We're gonna do a little check-in. And then I'm gonna tell you about the little challenge that I had and why I'm on here. Um, for me, right? Not for anybody else. The benefits of all of the pieces and all of the things um that I that I did this weekend and how I came to be in this space at this time, right? Like not just in this space because like you wanted me here, but I'm in this space because I needed to be here. So say hey and where you from in the comments. Say hey and where you from in the comments. I ain't gonna even make you do nothing. I don't need you to share it or none of the things. Unless you like something that's heard, then you can share it. But otherwise, I just need you to tell me where you from, right? Tell me who you are. Tell me where you from. You don't gotta tell me who you are, your name on there. But tell me where you from. Oh, I done lost the back to an earring. Anybody got an eraser? Do anybody got an eraser? Child, you know what happens when you lose those earring pieces. Jesus. Now I just want to kind of talk to y'all like this because it's a cute earring. I am Nicole Fields, which I don't really say my name all the time, but I'm going to say it today because sometimes we miss opportunity because people think you somebody else. I'm Nicole Fields. I'm affectionately known as Coach Nikki. I'm a certified life and business coach. I'm also an author, motivational speaker, mom, wife, and some other things, but those are the big things. And so I also speak well. Um, and I also say a lot. I know somebody don't want you to do that, but if you meet my dad, then you'll know where it came from. My God, because that's how he talked. So I have been doing content and lives for over 10 years. And I think I have miscredited myself because this type of content started to come up. So I've been on Facebook to my Facebook family who have known me forever, right? So I've been doing Facebook lives for over 10 years. And never was the thought, ooh, how do you monetize that? If you go back, well, you can't, baby, because they took it. But if you could go back to the first live video, right? Like if you could go back to see me live, then it started because I felt like people deserve to hear information from me, even if they couldn't afford to, right? My position has always been to help. And that's all, this is what this space is, right? And so I am a believer that I share my life openly and transparently, not because I'm so great, but God is so good, right? And the hope for is that if I share with you my thing, then I will heal and then you too can heal. And so sharing is the space that I know works. And so this weekend, I went to an amazing conference, Mantle for the Marketplace by the Merge Leadership. Um, team, really hosted by Apostle Mike Hathaway and Prophetess Danielle Hathaway. And it was absolutely amazing. I don't know if you can go find it. I don't know if it's out there. If it's not out there, I'm going to go check. If it's not out there, then I'll give you my tidbits on my next live. But if it is out there, you need to go see it. So one of the things, oh my gosh, she on here. One of the speakers, Miss Juanica, which is the lady entrepreneur, she was one of the first speakers, and she challenged us in a space, right, like to go live. There's something about just talking and sharing, whether you're a business owner, where you're just a person who's trying to figure out how to monetize this space, like just do it. So going live wasn't a big enough challenge for me because I do it effortlessly. Like this is what I do, right? The challenge that I gave myself outside of the group was to do it consistently. So people again may not know, but I when I was doing lives 10 years ago, I was doing lives every day, 5 days a week, right? Before I went into work, because there was an energy in my heart that just wanted to help people. And then I shared my life, and then it was helping somebody, and it was helping somebody. And then life started happening, right? And I stopped doing the lives. So then I scaled back. I'm going to do them 3 times a week. And not realizing that the lives that I was doing was ministry. I didn't have a clue. Not then at all. I didn't have a thought process that me being in this space equated to ministry. I could not fathom ministry being me. I mean, I'm just a girl from Northside, right? Like I'm from the city. I messed up sometimes. I'd had some falls. I'd had some things. And I just wanted to share them with the hope to help. But again, not connecting them to ministry. And so once I realized it was ministry, it's funny how once I realized it, literally, I stopped. I just stopped. And then when I did them, it was so sporadically that it was almost like I wasn't doing them. And so I continue to kind of like jump back. If you've been a follower of this space and this platform, then you know, like I come back and I'm on for a while and then I fall back. And I come back on, I'm here for a while and then I fall back. Right. And again, I'm not negating the fallback. I'm not even giving permission. I don't really know what I'm in this moment. I'm just sharing. I'm sharing to the person who may be at home and like, I need to get back to something. I don't know what it is. You maybe need to get back to writing. You maybe need to get back to the gym. You may need to get back to something. But whatever it is, I'm letting you know that there are other people. Me, I'm the other people that had to get back. Right. And so I'm not telling you I'm all the way back. I'm telling you that after Ms. Juanica challenged us, right, my challenge for me is that I need to be live for 30 minutes for the next 3 days. So you will see me in this space for 30 minutes or more for the next 3 days, right? And so this is where I am. I didn't even come on here today with like a topic. My thing was that I was going to share my why, right? Like, why am I here today? And that you will see me consistently, right? And then the other parts of this thing about the monetization of this space, right? And so I want to talk about it a little bit, but I also want to remind you that that's not the biggest thing, but it's a crazy space. Like, so me and my sister on hey sis, Lucy on TikTok, we were on here one day and we were battling random people. We were just battling people. I didn't even know what that was. It was me and her telling people to like our things and go and do the things. And it was, I think that heavy for me became that it felt so gimmicky. Right now, we're going to keep doing them because it's funny for us as together, not for the outcome, but because I want to, right? Like, so that's funny and we have a time, but it is heavy in my heart to become gimmicky. And so I think a part of me not being live is that I have this space where I think somebody said that you can't do this and be concerned about the money, right? And then I realized today, this weekend, the man said, how can you do ministry without money? Now, I don't know what me, and I need y'all to, before y'all go crazy, I didn't say I'm going to have a church. I said ministry. So before somebody thinks that I got a pulpit outside in the car, that's not what we're talking about. Right? What I am saying to you is that you cannot do ministry anywhere for nobody with nothing. right? And so I'm gonna be present, and I'm gonna be here, and I'm gonna share. I also have realized as I sat by myself in my space of, why aren't you talking? Like, why aren't you here? And so if you've ever been here, and those who have, if you've ever been a part of if you've ever watched Convo with Nikki, right? If you've ever been to the Butterfly Effect experience, I want you to, in the comments, put your experience, right? If you've ever watched or ever been a part of anything that I've done, put your experience in the comments. One, to continue to encourage me, but also to the new people who are in the room, they get to see what happens here. And so one of the things that I realized, because I immediately share my life, like cries, laughs, good, bad, right? I immediately share. And so when my life is not the way that I want it to be, balled up, fixed up in a knot, it is not, with a bow on it, it's not there, I tend to become quiet. I tend to stop talking. One, because guess what's gonna happen? Immediately my truth gonna come out, and then I'm not the picture that you saw me post 2 weeks ago. Or I'm not posting at all and I'm not talking, so you have no idea what happens until you see me, and now we all confused, right? And so again, this weekend's conference did something else to me. It was a gentle, I was gonna say a gentle reminder, but it was actually a punch in the face reminder that when you talk, it helps heal, right? When you speak, healing happens. And when you're not speaking, healing is not happening for the person who is waiting for you to talk, right? And it's waiting sometimes that you're the God light that they've needed. Your story is a thing that helps, has gotten them to a place, and it is relatable, and it reminds them that even the God that I serve still works in heavy. Right. And so as we were at this weekend's conference, I saw one of my good girlfriends. We don't see each other every day. We actually don't even talk at all. Actually, we don't talk often at all. But when we see each other, there's an embrace, there's a catch up, right? And the crazy part is, when my son was here this holiday season, I bumped into her. Not considering maybe we need to talk a little while. Nope, we bumped into each other, we hugged, and in the hustle and bustle of holiday, we walked away, right? And again, I saw her at the conference this weekend. If y'all don't know the conference, it's Mantle for the Marketplace, Mike Hathaway and Prophetess Danielle Hathaway. Go, if something online, a video clip, go ahead. If it's not, I'm gonna get with y'all the next video, and because I got like 25 pages of just notes, right? Or just notes. So I'll come back and that'll be the whole conversation. But I saw a friend, and I embraced her, kind of like it was time for a break. And we was like, "Oh, where you gonna go eat?" I said, "Child, a break ain't but 20 minutes. I'm gonna sit right here." And so we kind of laughed, and she said to me, "Nikki, I'm not gonna be funny. When I saw the lineup, I was like, why you not on here?" And I said to her, I said, what's funny is, in the season, this is my pour into me season. I just need to sit somewhere and just let somebody just remind me, set me up, give me tools, give me instruction. Like, this is the season that I'm in. And sometimes it's okay to not be on the platform when you need to be sitting. That's going to help somebody. You've been waiting, and you believe that you deserve all of the things. I'm not telling you, friend, you don't deserve it. I'm saying in some seasons, sitting, receiving instruction, getting tools for success may require you to just be still. And so I said that to her, and we kind of talked and we laughed or whatever. What she also said to me is, I said to her, like, I have not been talking. And we started talking and laughing. I said, it gets hard for me to share, because I know if I start talking, I'm going to talk about relationship, and I'm going to have to talk about my own, because I don't believe in sugarcoating, right? Which means that when it ain't good and I start talking, then I'm about to tell you that the stuff ain't good, right? Or when we talk about children, and my platform is parenting, and when my kid is acting out of order and I got to get on here and talk about it, a part of me just don't feel like talking about it. But I know that sometimes when I share, it reminds a parent, mom, dad, grandmama, auntie, who's dealing with that one kid that needed to hear it, right? And so she looked at me and she said, "Nikki, what if I told you that my baby girl moved out and she just left me?" And so I immediately became overwhelmed with emotion. right? I became overwhelmed with heaviness, right? Like I became, because I have not talked about my children in a long time, right? So, but I know my platform as parents. I know that I am called to help parents. So why am I quiet? I have no idea, right? Because I think what people forget is that enduring the process is not always pretty, right? And so when I have to tell you the heavy things, right, then somewhere somebody's going to find that to not be success. This me in my own head. I didn't say somebody said this to me. This will happen to people who's supposed to be doing things, right? Like you're sitting in this space and you're like, if I do this now, and they get to see that I failed in a space of parenting, or parenting ain't going the way it looked like, and it's not the things, and this her platform to baby, I became an expert in parenting because I endured parenting. And I had to I'm reminding myself as I'm talking to you, but I'm saying it out loud because I'm going to continue to have to talk to myself about it to get to where I'm supposed to be in this space of continuing to help. And so as I spoke to this young lady and we kind of like laughed, we embraced. And then I said to her, hey, let me explain to you what happened to me for the holidays. So buckle up. Let me tell you a story time, right? So the holidays are here. My oldest son drove here to be a part of the holiday. We're super excited. Him and his girlfriend came and drove. I think that was on the 22nd of December. Again, I'm sharing this story with her. I'm sharing it with you, story time, but I shared it with her as well in the moment, right? And I'll tell you how I got to that. Anyway, so my oldest son drove here, holiday season, and I'm cooking dinner because when the babies come home, what you gonna do? Cook. I don't cook that often, but if a kid come or if my wife required, then I try to cook, whip up something. But as I'm preparing food, another one of my children were dropping bags at the door. Now I'm like cooking, but I see him, but I'm confused. He's not saying words. He's not saying anything. Prior to that, we also were not talking, right? When your kids don't do what you want them to do and you are frustrated in a space and you don't know what else to do, it becomes quiet. I don't know what happened at your house, but I don't want to curse and fuss you out because my words cut more than my quiet. What I'm realizing though is that the quiet cut just as bad. That'll help somebody later, right? So he coming down the steps and he's just dropping things at the door. And I'm cooking dinner. He's just dropping more things at the door. And I'm cooking dinner. He's dropping more things at the door. I'm on the phone with my girlfriend. I sent her a picture and I'm like, she said, is he moving? I said, child, I don't know what he's doing. Right. And so but he didn't say any words. I'm continuing to cook dinner. I needed to go to my car, go get something from my car. And when I go outside, it's a U-Haul truck outside my house. I assumed it was my youngest son who delivers things, and sometimes it's in like a U-Haul, like a box truck. So I was like, oh, maybe that's Nick coming home. And no, it wasn't, because the car was, and then I looked and I realized that it was actually parked. I came back in, I prepared dinner, I let people get plates, and with a heavy heart, I went upstairs. It's a way that as parents, sometimes we just mess up, right? You want me to tell you why? Because we don't know what else to do. We don't know how to endure. We don't know what to say. We just keep going, right? We just in the throw of things. It's like it's too many other things for me to focus on. He'll say something before it's time. Is that became the assumption. And so I go to bed. My oldest son tells me that his brother is moving out. And I'm so confused. And I'm like, you said what? Where he moving to, Nate? He said, look, Mom, I told him to come and talk to you. Blah, 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 blah. The oldest brother thing that he tries to do. I shout out to Nate. If y'all see him, y'all get that boy a hug. He tries to handle the things that he can handle with me. And so I said, okay. So that morning, the next morning, they wake up. I hear them kind of bustling around and moving around, right? And then my oldest son, and then that son comes to the door with no words, and he just kind of waves at me as if to say goodbye, right? And a part of me wanted to let him leave, right? But what if that was the last time I saw him, right? Like what, I watch way too many movies. What if that was the last moment I had with him? Who am I, right, as mom, to not show him that words do work? Like, open your mouth, it will work, right? Anyway, so I said, hey, Malik, come here. I call him back, and he stands, and I reminded him, one, that I wish him well in whatever he does, right? So as parents, we got to remind ourselves, baby, we were supposed to sow seeds. Our job in their life is to sow seeds, right? And that they will one day sprout and they will grow. And the hope for is that the fruit that shows up is the one that we sowed, right? The world and this world going to pour into it. The school's going to pour into it, right? Their friends are going to pour into it and nurture it. But the hope for is that the thing that blossoms is the seed that we sowed, right? And so my position to this kid was, I'm not mad about what you're doing. It's about the way that you do, right? Because the words say honor, right? Good, bad, or ugly, honor. And that's the thing that come with a promise. Like, I need you to do this because there's something stored up for you over there, and you may miss it because you forgot honor, right? So anyway, I say to him, I'm like, look, it's just the way you did it, right? Like, you're gonna be out here struggling and carrying on, and you could have had help if you had said something, right? You could have done these other things because he didn't go on. Anyway, I'll get back to that. But he didn't do some things because he was doing this in secret. And he looked at me and I said, I love you. And he walked out the door, right? Now Nicole 10 years ago would have gave me about 10 minutes and I would have went live immediately after that, right? With tears and all, right? Like, those who know the stories, like, know the things, put in the comments. Again, I'm trying to get you to go to the comments and talk about your experience with me, right? Like Coach Nikki, right? Like Convo with Nikki, put it in the comments, right? But I didn't. It was something about this silence that I had in my room, that I said nothing, that I moved no different, right? I just did nothing. I prayed alone, but that was all. I didn't do anything else. I'm saying that to say that the same person that I ran into at the Mantle Market for the Marketplace this weekend would have needed that story at the exact time. As a matter of fact, as I sat there, she turned around. What she said to me was, I needed you. Child, I ain't gonna cry. She messed me up so bad because sometimes you assume that the enduring was for you. Some about it made me feel, I thought I was going through this thing because of me and my family. But there is something that happens when you can remind somebody else that they're not alone. And this platform is just that. This space is just that. To remind parents that no matter the situation, no matter what they're enduring, no matter what they're going through, it is not alone, right? Every one of my stories won't fit everybody, but you're going to be able to take a piece of this and add it to yours, right? My prayer is that it continues to do that for you, right? And so again, I was challenged this weekend by the Ladypreneur to go live. That was a challenge to the room. She challenged the room to go live by the end of this month, which is the 31st. And so y'all knew that was not my challenge. If I had did that, then I would be over right now. So that wasn't a good enough challenge for me, not for other people in the room, because there were some people who were terrified to go live. But for me, my challenge is to go live for 30 minutes for 3 days straight on 2 platforms, right? So, and I say the 2 platforms because one is a totally new platform and one is where I'm going to end up landing. So Facebook is going to forever be my home. I came up with that as I sat in the room, as I've tried to do all of these extremities everywhere else and manage and do. I heard 3 multimillionaires say to me this weekend, baby, choose one unless you got somebody that can manage them all. And as I'm a one show party currently, my face and my home will always be Facebook, right? TikTok is what I am adding and learning to maneuver, and that's it, right? So I'm going to give them these 3 days consistently a week, and I know I can do that, and I can do them both at the same time. So look for the space. I will be here. As I've always used to offer, if you have any topics that you want to hear about, or we want to talk about, or we want to discuss, or you're a mom, a dad, a auntie, a grandma, and you just need some help in some spaces, please put it in the comments. We will talk about those things over the next 3 days because this is our space, not just mine. This is our space, right? So this is the check-in community. For those who have no idea what check-in is a space that was created out of a space of grief, right? So about 3 years ago, I lost my mom. And losing a parent is a whole nother thing, and a whole nother platform, and a whole nother space. But the check-in works for people, right? The check-in doesn't just work in grief. The check-in is a thing that works for people, and I cater it for parents, right? And so when we talk about the check-in is, hey, it's a capacity check. What is your capacity? What can you handle? What can you do? Right? And then do those things. Right? And then once you know what you can handle and what you can do it. Right? So the check-in is based on moments, not hours, not days. It is what can you do in this moment. So currently it is 8:38 Eastern Standard Time, because I'm a believer, baby, I will be national, right? And then eventually international. But let's capture the nation first, right? And so currently Eastern Standard Time, it is 8:38. So at 8:38, where are you between 1 to 5? 1 being I'm present, that's all I have to offer. 5 being this is the most amazing moment. So at 8:38, where are you? Put it in the comments. 8:38, where are you? 1 to 5. 1 being I am here, I am present, and that is all I have to offer. Hey, cousin, right? Like at 5 is this is the most amazing moment currently, right? This is the most amazing moment right now. So at 8:39 in this moment, I'm probably at a 4. I am really, I'm at a dope space, right? Like I am proud, I am present, I am here, and I feel good, right? If you are at a 1 or a 2, put it in the comments. If you at a 3, put it in the comments. 4s and 5s, put them in the comments. I don't know. I'll let you even have it for the night if it's your first time. You can put that in the comments. Girl, I don't want to talk to you about that right now. Put that in the comments, right? Just acknowledge where you are in this moment. So again, 1 to 5, 1 being I am present, but this is all I have for you. 5 being this is the most amazing moment. And again, we're talking about moments, not the day. I don't care what happens to you this morning. I don't care what you got to do to endure tomorrow. I'm talking about right now, Eastern Standard Time at 8:39. Where are you? Okay, I see you 3. What's up, though? Right? Like in the comments, put what you got. Put what you got in the comments. Right? So again, I'm at a 4 right now. That's where I land. This is where I am. 1 to 5, put it in the comments. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I see you. Come on, 4s. Okay, come on. Put them in the comments, and then we're going to talk about what you do once you acknowledge where you are. Right? So those who are like a little shy, and you said, Nikki, look, I just popped on to see what you was talking about. I ain't got time to be going in depth with you. I need you to do it not about the people in the room. I need you to acknowledge where you are for you. It don't got nothing. I don't care. I don't care if you know about the people in the room. It's about where you are. Where, like, in this moment, right? Like, where are you? Right? So let's talk. So to those who checked in at a 1 or a 2, hey, how you doing? 1, I want to celebrate you for being bold enough to say that you're not in the best place. Right? Like, I want you to be bold enough to say, you know what, I'm here, I'm present, that's all I have. Right? Like 1s and 2s are hard. I like to celebrate them because what they're saying out loud for the first time for some of them, right? Like I am present and that's it. Don't ask me nothing else. I don't got nothing else. Right? So there are 3 things that I ask for you to do. So you're like, girl, I just told you, just ask me for the number. I know that. But now I need you to do something. You've acknowledged where you are, right? You acknowledge that, hey, I'm at this 1, I'm at this 2, and I'm not really good about it. I just don't feel good, right? I get you to do 3 things, right? So the first one is, and it's not in order, I just need you to do them. So the first one is I need you to activate your no. What you mean? Whoa, what you mean no? Right? There is something about saying no that says yes to yourself. Don't nobody want to hear that. You don't like that, right? It's something about saying no that says yes to you. Right? It gives you an opportunity to take some time. It gives you the opportunity to make space. It gives you the opportunity to look at yourself and realize that you are just as important as the ask of somebody else. Right? Most people see the word no or hear the word no and immediately think it's rejection of a person. It's not. You're rejecting the ask in the moment that you don't have the capacity. Right? This 1 to 5 was about your capacity, your mental capacity, your emotional capacity, your spiritual capacity, your physical capacity. If you don't have it, then you can't do it. Somewhere in our mind, we created that we had to be the superhero. We had to do it all. We had to get it together. It's just me. I got to make sure I'm at all of the kids, everything. I got to be everything that my spouse needs. I need to also do the things that the church needs. And I also got to do the things at the school. And friend. Who said that? Show it to me. Where it say you got to do it all to be a good parent. Show it to me where it say you got to do it all to be a good spouse. As a matter of fact, show it to me where it say you got to do it all to lead in ministry. Nowhere. You gave yourself this mental that you have to do it all. And I am saying to you, and I am giving you permission that you don't. And you start by opening your mouth and using no as the answer when you're checking in at a 1 or 2, right? Again, we're not saying no to the person that asked you. We're saying no to the ask from the person that asked you, right? Again, you didn't give an explanation when you said yes, so you don't offer explanation when you say no. Because who said you had to do that? Nobody. Nobody, right? Again, so the next thing, to my 1s and 2s, again, so activate your no. Make some time that's intentionally yours. You like, Nick, I gotta go and I gotta go to the things. I don't care if you take 15 minutes and take a walk down the block. I don't care if you lock yourself in the bathroom for 15 minutes, uninterrupted. It's yours. Make the time, carve it out, right? Smokers at work get a 15-minute break. Become a smoker and go outside. If you got to go scream, if you got to listen to meditation, but make some time that is intentionally yours. Go get, I would love to tell you to go get a massage, but some people don't have the funds for that, right? I just need you to make some time that's yours without question, right? It's your time because you deserve it. The third thing I ask you to do, these are my people checking in at a 1 or 2. The last thing I ask you to do is open your mouth. Right? So people end up at a 1 or 2 or end up at burnout because they never said to the people who care about them, I need some help. I need something more than I have on my own shoulders. I need something. As a matter of fact, can you just go feed the kids? I just need a nap. Right? You created this circle of friendship. You created this circle of, like, you've created this new family that whatever it is, you created it for yourself. Pull on them. You're not the weak friend because you asked for help. I could bet you money that the friends are actually waiting for you to ask them for the help because they see you and they want to help you. But you created this wall, right? Not a boundary, but you've created this wall that keep them out. See, boundaries keep you safe. Walls keep you out. But you created this wall and you wonder why they won't show up. Because you want to be strong and have it all together. When your actuality could be open your mouth and get the help. Right? So I ask you to do 3 things. Activate your no. Right? Make some time and take some time that's intentionally yours. Teach people how to respect your time. That's why people run over you, because you don't respect your own time. Right? And the last one, talk to the people that are around you. Ask for the help that you need. Ask for it. Right? To those checking in at a 4 or 5, hey y'all. To my 4s and 5s, I celebrate you, right? You're in a good moment. You're in a good space. It's 8:46. Check in where you at, 1 to 5. My 4s and 5s, hey. So I ask you to do things too, but I also ask you to do something else. I ask you to consider, can you handle anything else? See, what happens is when we get into a good place, people assume you have to do and can do and will do more for everybody else. Sometimes I'm in a 4 or 5 and that's all I have. And that's all I'm offering. And I can't do anything else for anybody else today. Right? In this moment. Know that that is also okay. There's nothing wrong with it. You're not weak because you can't. It doesn't mean that because you have a smile, that means that I have to do something else but somebody else. It doesn't. It's not required. So I ask my 4s and 5s where you are. Can you handle something else? And if you can, I only ask you to do 2 things. 1, check in on somebody else. A lot of times people haven't said how they feel or what they need or what they're doing because nobody asked them. You've been just assuming, hey daughter, you've been just assuming, right? That people straight. But like you, they won't talk either. So ask somebody, check on somebody, and then teach somebody else how to check in, right? It may be like what we're doing right now. This is something I made up. You may want to use circles and squares. You may want to, I don't know what it is, but teach somebody how to check on their capacity, right? To my 3s, hey 3s. So my 3s, they're the people that when you walk past them, they say, I'm okay. I'm fine. All right. And sometimes that's okay. That's enough and that's cool. For some of them, it's the easy space because people don't really care anyway. People don't care how I feel anyway, right? I don't want to tell my business no way, so let me just give you this. So to my threes, I want you to do something for me. It may sound crazy. You may not be with it. And it's okay. You'll get with it as long as you continue to come back. I want you to take a deep breath in and blow out. All right. I want you to do it 2 more times. All right. I want you to take a deep breath in. Now, really, as you're breathing in, right, I want you to consider your actual capacity. All right. Again, I'm not saying that you can't be a 3, so don't think I'm thinking that. I just need you to do it one more time. Breathe in real deep and blow it out hard, right? And so what I want you to consider is this. If you really think about where you are in your emotion, are you ignoring the fact that you may be lower than you think? Right? Are you actually at a 2? Or did you take it all in and blow it all out and realize, baby, it ain't that bad. I'm actually good. Then do what the 4s and 5s do. But if you blow out and you do all the things, you like, Nikki, no, for real, I'm just at a 3. It's nothing like, it's nothing. Then I say to you, be okay in that space. And you do nothing. Take care of you, check on you, right? Momentarily. Right? So people are saying, hey, Nikki, why we do this? That was cool. That was a little game, whatever. The purpose is capacity. Right? If you get on the elevator and you get in on there, it has a capacity check. As a matter of fact, it has a capacity check warning of operation. And then it also has an expiration date. Right? So in the moment, right, that you check and you look and you see your capacity, right? If it is over, then that elevator may not operate properly. Imagine that elevator was you and your mental and your physical and your emotional, right? That if you don't take care of it, it could break down on you, all right? People love to talk about a Ford truck. I'm built for it tough. Let me tell you something about Fords. When they drop all of the things that they tell you it can handle in the back of that truck, know that it was tested and tried to know how much it could truly handle. And if you want to be that way, if that's what you want to claim to be, know that it comes with you carrying heavy weight that may not even be yours. But at some point, you take something too heavy, it may not go the way it goes. It may not move the way it's supposed to move. Because again, it was tested and tried. So this capacity check that we do in the day, the check-in that we do often, right? It's just me checking in on your capacity and making you aware of what your capacity could or couldn't be. Because you should know your capacity. You should know what you can handle. Stop expecting it from the people around you. Stop expecting those who love you and care for you to know that you're broken in capacity if you've never checked. Stop holding people accountable to take care of you when you have the capacity to take care of you. Right? I thank y'all for tuning in. I thank y'all for being a part. I am Coach Nikki. I will be here again tomorrow. The challenge is to be live 3 days a week this week in order. So today, tomorrow, and tomorrow's Tuesday, Wednesday. And I don't know where I'm gonna go from here. Right? I don't know. But I know I'm gonna be consistent. I know there's a benefit in me speaking. I know there's a calling for me to do more. And I know things change when I show up. So I'm going to continue to share, right? And the hope for is what you need is in the room, right? So everybody, make sure you pay attention when you're out there. Paying attention don't cost you nothing. But if you don't, pay attention.